Hey everybody, this is monitor heaters and Toya stoves. This is the fun that I'm going to deal with tomorrow. I'm not going to deal too much with it, but this is the exhaust for the monitor heater. Hoping to get this one into here because this heater has blown a motor, a blower motor blue. The pump still works, that's fine. This is what hoping that they can put in tomorrow because we're just relying on electric heat. So also I've got a gig tomorrow, which is great. I haven't had a gig in a long time, and it's the only gig on the books this year pretty much. So may have some fill-in things here and there, but as far as being a working musician, it's not happening anymore, which is a shame because as a musician you try to like buy equipment thinking that I'm going to be paying for it with the gigs that I do, but like, yeah, that's becoming harder and harder. So right now I think this is kind of interesting. Let's see, where did I do with it? Did I put it in here already? Not in here. Where the fuck did it go? So, as of this taping, Bill Clinton's going to be speaking behind closed doors. But this is the testimony. This is 2 hours of fucking testimony of Clinton's grand jury testimony back in 1998, where he famously said, "It depends on what your definition of is." I just think, they're sketchy. Again, they're part of that whole millionaire, billionaire class, or tried to be, and whatever, and I'm not a big fan. Alright, there's a Bernard Shaw, not to be confused with Bernard Shaw. And there's Katie. Was her name Katie? Katie Crowley? Yeah, Candy Crowley. That's right. Yeah. So I'm going to try to tape that. Ooh, look at that AV nerd area. This is the studio area. I just realized I have it on EP. I wonder if I got more than 2 hours of this shit. Wow, I don't think I can handle more than 2 hours. I think we're just going to post 2 hours if I can. Like this Clinton grand jury testimony. I'm going to try to post that just to say, hey, this is this went through. Why didn't this go through? I don't know if this will even go through. I don't know if like the Clinton testimony is like now, copyright. I don't know if these historic events are copyright. Like I posted presidential debates and I've gotten some flags of something, but like, isn't this just in the public? Or I know they belong to the broadcasters, because they worked on it and they provided the feed and everything, and it's like a thing. But like news being copyrighted like that, I know for certain things it does, but like historically, I haven't had a real problem with posting the news. But now that they don't want you to see some of the old news, it's harder to do. And it's because the way that they're manipulating or trying to manipulate, or some people are trying to manipulate history and to tell a different narrative than the one that was laid out when it happened. And it's a little scary, but that's the times we live in, so that's why I do what I do, because I'm like, hey, this is a document, this is history, and it may not be like perfect, may not be a great copy of something, but it is just adding another voice, so that if things disappear or change, if the narrative changes about things, like that's important to realize that. Like, hey, I saw a clip on YouTube that like told a different story, and unfortunately with the way things are with AI, and I do believe AI is one of the most evil fucking things, it is not going to be used for good. Now, inherently evil itself, no, but it's being pushed by people with a profit margin agenda, which is, you know, the way things work. Unfortunately, it's without regard to like any of the consequences. You know, it's just like push, 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 push. Next stop, Willoughby. Push, 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 push. So unfortunately, now we're all like facing AI problems, you know, and people are having AI psychosis, and you know, I'm really nervous about people learning. You know, they're just going to use AI to learn things, and the problems are magnified and multiplied. So, manipulated. History is being manipulated. So I just posted a test 8-minute video of the 9/11 footage from CNN. It's CNN, and then it's at the end it's MSNBC and Court TV and a little bit of Fox. I just had to put a little bit of Fox in there because just to get a perspective of, you know, different whatever. Just so it like looked like there was actually something going on in case one, you know, side of the political spectrum said, "Oh no, it's fake, didn't even happen." So I just posted it, and I think it's posting. Oh, if you see this video, I think it worked. So it looks like it's the visibility is pending, and it is still processing. Let's see. 99 video, almost done. Alright, so, okay, I'll be patient. In case you're just joining us, what I did is I had 9/11. I lost friends on 9/11, my best friend and his family. Oh, looks like it posted. It's public, and there's no restrictions. That's good, because I tried to post the whole videotape. I had put a videotape in the machine on 9/11 at 10:43, so that was about 2 hours after the first plane hit the towers. And I did not find out till later in the afternoon when my father called me that Peter was on the plane, and Sue and Christine being the youngest victim of 9/11, and it was just heartbreaking, you know. But I put this tape in the machine because I like to capture world events, you know, historical stuff. I'm interested in history, and even at the time, make sure to capture history at the time, because a lot of times they're trying to twist history a little bit now. So anywho, I put the tape in and let it run, and then came home and just was completely devastated, and it just changed my life. But anyway, I put that tape away. You know, it's 9/11. Fucking, I don't want to see this. We'll put that away. So I just dug it out recently and transferred it. Tried to upload it to YouTube. 2 hours of footage, you know, raw footage from, you know, CNN. Just finding out what's going on. Interview with Giuliani, and before he was, I don't know, whatever. I don't know what the hell's the matter with him. But it was really interesting stuff. And then YouTube said there were copyright issues, and I'm like, this is all just news, and I've never had a problem putting news on YouTube, but apparently I did this time. So back to our regular schedule.